Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Motostop show. It's been a few weeks. We took some time off to enjoy the time with the family, but we're back at it right here. We're not in Jacksonville, Florida today. We're actually down at my compound, my house. The Big Deal production crew was so graciously nice enough to come down, hang out with me at my house. We've had a great day. A little cool fact, we'll talk a little bit about it later. We got them out on a dirt bike, first time ever. They did great, but we'll visit that in a little later. We got a lot to talk about in this show since we've been gone. We're going to talk a little bit about Anaheim 1 coming up, only about 7 days away. So definitely want to check in with that. We'll brainstorm, we'll bench race a little bit and see what we think with that. Also some good news out right now is you can now download this show, the Motostop show, on Stitcher, iTunes, and TuneIn, I believe, is coming very soon. So make sure if you don't have time to watch it on YouTube, you know, we're going to still be a YouTube show, but if you want to download it on a podcast and listen to it while you drive and not wreck, once again, you can download it on Stitcher or on your Apple's iTunes, search Motostop show, and it should bring it up. And we'll have links on our websites as well as Big Deal website and on the YouTube page, Big Deal Productions, all that good stuff. So as always, we thank you guys for tuning in with us. We got us a great show going on here today. Hopefully you follow along and you enjoy what we got to talk about. So let's kick it off. Let's talk a little bit about Anaheim 1 coming up. January 7th is the date. What's going to happen? We know we got a lot of good riders out there on the track. Ryan Dungey, 100% healthy, ready to come back. Cooper Webb, the rookie coming in. What's Cooper going to do? And always the unknown. James Stewart, Malcolm Stewart. You know, are they going to show up? Or are they not? I've heard Malcolm say multiple times that he'll be there in a Sprinter van, whether he's got sponsors or not. Does James have that determination to show up and ride like that? I don't know. But, you know, it's been rumored, we've talked about it in the past few shows, that they are riding some Yamahas down in Florida at the Stewart compound. So we'll see what unfolds with the Stewart brothers. Whether they're there or not, I'll tell you what, there's going to be a bunch of good racing at Anaheim 1. We have probably a good solid 15 riders that are going to be on that gate, 15 factory riders, maybe even more. Probably a solid 10 guys that could actually win this damn thing. We're talking Ryan Dungey, Ken Roczen, Cole Seeley. I mean, you throw Weston Pike in there. You know, he's had some good showings. Justin Barsha, Jason Anderson. The list goes on and on and on. A bunch of guys that potentially Chad Reed that could win this thing from the start. Do you guys have a favorite pick? I know we talked about it before. I know I got my favorite pick. I want to see Eli Tomac, ET3, come out and dominate on that Kawasaki, finally figure things out, finally get that bike dialed in the way it should be, and bring home a win at Anaheim 1. Make this series pretty good. But you got Ken Roczen on the new Honda. You know, riding with Cole Seeley. Cole Seeley's got that Honda figured out. Ken Roczen jumped on it. We've seen what he did at the Monster Energy Cup. He's going to be dominating that bike, going to be dominating the field. Has the rest of the field caught up, or is he just going to run away with this thing in 2017? I hope not. I hope we have neck to neck and you know, friggin' blood in, blood out race every week with the Monster Energy Supercross. But there's no telling with Ken Roczen. That guy's so good. He could check out Anaheim 1 and, you know, maybe go undefeated season. He's that good. We've seen it almost happen before. But only time to tell. Again, 7 days away, maybe 6 days by the time we get this out. But Monster Energy Supercross coming up. I'm super stoked for it. I know you guys are. So make sure we're going to try to drop a show every week to talk and discuss a little bit about the Monster Energy Cup coming up. All right, so continuing with Anaheim 1, you know, we just talked a little bit about Ken Roczen going to be on the Honda. We also have some other brands, some other semis out there in the pits. Don't forget JGR. Barsha now on a Suzuki. Is Barsha finally going to do what he's supposed to do what he's been paid to do? I mean, I say that a little harsh, I guess. You know, Barsha's been putting in great results, I guess. You know, he's top 10 in the world, so that's kind of pretty damn good results if you ask me. But he is paid to win. You know, he's paid big bucks. He's paid to be a title contender, and he really hasn't been a title contender in the last few years. So, you know, brand new start, brand new bike. Everybody was talking bad about the Yamaha, so let's see what they can do on a Suzuki. Let's see what Justin Barsha can do on that Suzuki. So with the 250 class, we got a lot of newcomers coming up in that 250 class as well. Fortner, that kid is incredible. Is he going to be a front runner? How about Adam Cincerella? Is Adam Cincerella finally going to come into this series healthy? I think he got hurt in the offseason. Let's see if he can get back to healthy status, maybe 95, 100%, and put in some good results. RJ Hampshire, Jordan Smith, excuse me, Jordan Smith jumping teams. Him and Geico Honda split ways. 2017 coming in on a new team. Let's see what all these young guns, I call that the fireworks show. It's going to be coming out bar banging. They're trying to make a name for themselves, or they're trying to still earn that paycheck that they already got. So no matter what, you're going to see a shit ton of fireworks going down in the 250 class, whether it's the East or the West. It's going to be great. All right, and somebody else, a contender in the 250 class, don't forget about Jeremy Martin. Martin jumping over to the Honda team as well. What are the Martin brothers going to do? Both of them leaving the Yamaha team there and moving over to a different team. Alex Martin on the Husqvarna and Jeremy Martin on that Honda. So definitely excited to watch this 2017 Monster Energy Cup coming up very, very soon. Like I said, about 6 or 7 days away. Well, let's talk a little bit about us. Let's talk about the Motostop and Big Deal Productions. So those of you guys don't know, I got this awesome production crew behind the cameras. They do a flawless job for us. They got into this sport by going out to the track, wanting to do something different, filming, putting on some sick motocross videos. Whether you want to do a full-blown motocross video, you just want some high-quality pictures of yourself, that's what they were doing. We got together, brainstormed this idea to come up with the Motostop show, and here we go. 10, 11 episodes later, something 5,000 views on our shows, on YouTube, and we're still at it. So we're having a blast doing it. These gentlemen come from road riding background. They got some of the most incredible road riding bikes, Ducatis, BMW S1000RRs, some Harleys, you name it, they got it in their garage or stable. We'll talk a little bit about that later, and maybe even we'll do a show on their bikes, but they decided to buy a dirt bike and see how it was. Now, they've been filming dirt bike races, local events for about 2 years now, and they've been out on the track, in the ruts, in the ditches, in the trenches, standing under the jumps, getting hit with bikes. They've filmed not only arena cross races, they've filmed some motocross races. They've actually went out and they filmed some hare scrambles, some Florida trail riders, and now they're going to get to see what it's like. So we had a Florida Dirty Riders Day, FDR, last weekend at Boswick Creek in Mex Park. A lot of our old FDR people came out, and some new FDR people came out. If you don't know what Florida Dirty Riders are, just check out Facebook FDR or Florida Dirty Riders, and just where we can go on there and talk smack to each other that normally race with each other on the weekend. Well, we brought these jerkies out with their dirt bike, and it was pretty epic. So, in true fashion, they said, well, we're going to learn. I said, yeah, get on your bike and let's take a lap around the track. And straight up in Boswick Creek, we took a lap around the track. They both did pretty good. Some fell, some didn't, but it happens. I'm already exhausted. Whoa! Whoa! Ah! We came out today here to the compound, and my compound isn't much of a compound at all. We got a flat field out here. We threw out some cones and we worked on some drills, and they actually stepped up, and you can tell both of these guys got some great riding techniques in their bag. They just got to learn how to use them on a dirt bike. So hopefully we see these guys, Tom and Brian, out here very soon. Maybe even coming to a local race near you, or maybe even a Anaheim 1. Starting at the ripe age, very young. Look, they're laughing back there. I mean, we could go to Anaheim 1.
Let's do it.
I'm not saying you guys got to race, right? We could just fly out.
I'll do it. I'll race.
Big Deal Productions is going to cover the bill, right?
Yeah.
I'll get the ambulance on call.
So, nonetheless, we had a sick day out here riding around, goofing off in the field, and just enjoying some of our dirt bikes. And that's what we do this for, man, is to have a great time on our dirt bikes out here. All right, so folks, we're going to bring you a tech tip this week. Tech tips brought to you by the Motostop and J3 Cleaner. We're going to talk a little bit about washing your bike. When you get done with an awesome day of shredding your bike out there, the first thing you want to do, one of the most important things you want to do, is go ahead and clean it. Cleaning it allows you to look at it, make sure if there's any damage that happened while you're riding, and then to, if you're going to go ahead and maintain your bike, whether you're going to do oil change, filter cleans, anything like that, you're working with a clean surface now instead of dirt all over your bike. We're going to dive more into those subjects of the filter changes and everything and some later tech tips and some few episodes coming up. Right now we're going to talk about washing your bike. There's a bunch of ways to skin a cat, but there's one damn good way to skin a cat and to wash a bike, and that's using J3 Cleaner. Now, why do we use J3? One, you'll watch every pro that pressure washes their bikes. That's okay, because at the end of the race, they break their bikes down, they re-grease all their bearings, they reseal everything. Now, as an amateur or a local guy or a weekend warrior or whatever you want to call yourself, you're probably not tearing your bike or framing it down every week to wash it. So what happens when you take a 2700 PSI pressure washer and you blast the shit? You're blasting 2700 PSI to places where it shouldn't go. Now you think some dirt on your fork seals is going to be a big deal when you're going through the woods? Well, wait till you blast 27 PSI with water up into your seals, or whatever seals you want to talk about. So over time you're going to start getting corrosion, you're going to start wearing out your seals, and yeah, again, it's no big deal if you replace them often, but if you don't, let me give you the best way to wash your bike. So what we use a cleaner called J3 Cleaner. Now, I found this cleaner a few years ago at a local track in Florida, Dade City Raceway. You guys, everybody's probably heard of it throughout the country, but once I tried this cleaner, I fell in love. It was amazing. I've never used anything else again. So couple keynotes to think about. It's no harsh chemicals in it, it's biodegradable, and if you leave it on your bike, nothing will happen. So literally, if I spray this on this bike, none of this metal will turn colors, it won't etch the aluminum, it won't do anything. It's all 100% safe. Now, it's pretty simple way. It's a no rub, no scrub wash system. So literally, we're going to take a regular garden hose. This is a high fancy Melanor from Home Depot for probably $8.99, and we're going to rinse the big stuff off the bike. After that, we take a pump sprayer, which you'll see in just a second. We mix it 50-50. J3's formulated to mix 50-50 with water. So we're going to rinse the big stuff off. We'll get it to the pump sprayer. Now, as I rinse the big stuff off, you're going to see a lot of it's not going to fall off, but that's okay. We'll get to that with the J3. We want to make sure we get the whole bike wet. If you're going to continue to ride your bike today, either get an air filter box cleaner cover or tape it off. We're going to go ahead and pull that filter out as soon as we get done washing, so really I don't care about it right now. So we can go ahead and rinse the big stuff off here. Make sure you get your fork guards up under your fender really well, the front of your frame, inside your frame. Right here, most people forget. Also make sure you put a pipe plug in there. I'm going to just spray the back right here. So, all right. So now that we got the bike wet, we're going to come over. We're going to grab our sprayer right here. So we use one of these little pump sprayers. Again, you can find all this stuff on j3cleaner.com. You can order J3, you can order the pump sprayer, everything you need. So just a few pumps, and then we're going to coat the bike with just a nice even coat. Now make sure you spray your rotors real good. Get inside the brake pad so you clean all your dirt out of there. I spray my dust caps on my wheels. Go up both forks. I do my inside of my fenders there. And then I just work my way back throughout the bike. Coating the whole thing nice evenly. Getting my wheels again. Get the frame. I'm going to spin this wheel. I'm going to get the inside hubs. I'm going to get the inside fenders here. All right, one last coat as I walk back through. Okay, so now the next step is you're going to wait 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, and then rinse it off. We're going to do that for you here, but I'm going to talk as we let it sit in and start working. Those of you guys know me out there, you know I'm pretty OCD. So before I found J3, literally, there's a lot of people that can vouch for this. I would go to the track, I would ride, load my bike up, I would go to a car wash. I'd spend probably $30 in the car wash scrubbing the bikes between mine, my wife, and my kid's bike. I would scrub them all, clean them up, take them to my shop. Then I'd wash them, wipe them down, spray shine them, with SC1 or whatever spray shine you like to use. And it was probably a 2-hour process and $30 to $40 later. I found J3, and literally it's been a 5-minute wash. So I can come home now, rinse my bike off like you just seen. I'm gonna take the garden hose back to it, rinse it off one more time, and when it's dry, you're gonna get a nice shine off the plastics, off the metal, off everything. And it's gonna look like you just SC1'd or whatever your bike. So yeah, it literally has been a lifesaver for me, a time saver, as well as a good way to clean my bike. So I start with the front, and you guys could probably see the front number plate already, the dirt just falling off. So we're just going to spin the tire a little bit there. That way we go ahead and get all the dirt out of the dust seals and out of the rotor and the brake pads. And once again, I'm just going to work my way back down the bike here. You want to make sure when you're doing this, you spin your tire in a forward motion, not backwards, in a forward motion to get all the dirt out of your chain. That way you can go ahead and put some nice chain lube on there and keep that thing from wearing out as fast. So there you have it. You have a nice, fresh, clean bike. It takes about 5 minutes, and obviously you'd want to do the other side. But j3cleaner.com is where you can get yours. Save yourself a lot of time, save yourself some money, and have a beautiful looking bike. All right, folks, well, we kept that show short and sweet for you. We hope you guys enjoyed it as well as we enjoy every week doing these for you. Supercross season is getting ready to start back up, so you will be seeing a lot more of this ugly face or beautiful face, however you want to look at it, hopefully on your screen or listening to this voice in your podcast. Don't forget, you can go to Stitcher, download the Motostop Show, or go to iTunes, search it, Motostop Show. Download them, listen to them while you drive, have a safe trip. They're going to get a little bit longer. They're going to be a little bit better as the action heats up in the Monster Energy Supercross. We'll start diving deeper into the discussions and the topics right here on the Motostop Show. As always, we thank you guys for tuning in with us. We thank Big Deal Productions for putting this on and producing this for us. We thank all of our fans out there in the whole moto world. We thank everybody that has a part of this show. It's been fun, it's been real. I'm CJ Harris, your host. Peace out. I went back and forth like 10 times that. I just started looking at each camera. There's many, many ways to wash your bike. Your dog in the way? Ah! Oh, good God!